As a man, you may find it difficult to find your place in the male social dominance hierarchy. Your inability to find a suitable place and the fact that you do not want to be placed in any social order means you are probably a Sigma male. Sigma males have been around for a long time, but their presence has recently been more widely accepted and understood, being recognized as a unique type of male. They are known for their intelligence and quiet nature and often go against the grain of what is accepted as normal in society. Sigma men are often considered to be the smartest and most serious of all males, but they would never admit it. They hate to show off or brag, preferring to remain in the shadows where they can observe and stay independent. They don't like following the crowd and instead prefer to think on their own. Their out-of-the-box thinking makes them innovators, challenging how things have always been done. They don't like to follow orders blindly, especially those that don't make any sense to them. They are highly capable of being leaders, but prefer to stay in the background and let someone else take the lead. Sigma males also tend to be private and keep their thoughts to themselves. Unlike alpha males who are often seen as the loudest and most aggressive, Sigmas are usually the quietest and most mysterious. But how do you know if you're truly a genius Sigma male or not? If you're interested in finding out, here are 10 signs that you might be one. 1. You have endless curiosity. Have you ever wondered why you are just too curious? Other people around you are satisfied with the little information given to them, but not you. You want to know more. It is as if there is something inside you that you must fill before you can rest. Sigma males are very curious people. They are never satisfied with what they're told. They want to find out why things work the way they do, and until they find out, they will never stop looking. They have a very wide knowledge base. This is because they spend countless hours trying to figure out different things. If they're intrigued by something, they go all out to find out how that thing operates, even if it means spending days or weeks on that thing. Most people don't even bother to find out why some things happen. For instance, no one questions how the social dominance hierarchy was formed or why certain things happen the way they do. However, Sigma men are not blind to these things. They try to figure out why these happen and whether they should follow the same path. 2. You hate routine and always want to break from it. Do you hate the idea of having a rigid routine? You find it hard to stay on track and feel like you're always looking for something new. Sigma males hate being chained down to one thing. They are constantly trying to break free from any amount of structure that's been put in place. They're always looking for something new to learn or experience. They don't want to be bored or become too comfortable in one place. Sigma men always go out of their way to find something challenging and push them outside their comfort zone. Doing the same thing over and over again is simply too boring for them. This doesn't mean they don't like having any structure. They just prefer to make their own rules and go against the grain. This is why Sigmas are often seen as rebels and innovators. They like to think for themselves and don't want to be stuck in one particular place or mindset. If they feel like something is too boring or mundane, they will often find a way to make it interesting. Most people just accept their routine and keep following it every single day. They're trapped in an invisible prison and have no way out. If they break this routine, they will be out of a job or something else. But you want to get out of this prison and explore the world. You don't want to be confined by someone else's rules or structure. Even if it means quitting that job to chase something totally different. Sigma males are not afraid to take bold steps as long as it helps them break from that boring cycle. They're always searching for their freedom, no matter what it takes. If you are the type that acts like this, then probably you're a genius Sigma. 3. You're a bit eccentric. Are you the type to do the unexpected? Do people often find your decision-making unusual and sometimes even crazy? This is a common trait of genius Sigma males. They don't fit in with most conventional thinking and don't care too much about what others think of them. Sigma males are often seen as eccentric because they have their own beliefs and don't conform to society's expectations. They take their own path and don't let anyone or anything stand in the way of their goals. They will never accept something just because it's popular or the norm. Sigma men are thinkers and innovators who always look for fresh and creative ways to solve problems. They're not afraid to do something that hasn't been done before and take risks that most people wouldn't even consider. These types of people are often seen as weird or strange because their behavior is so different from the average person. This is why it can be hard for them to fit in with certain groups, but this doesn't bother Sigmas as they know that their way of thinking is invaluable. Sigma males are not afraid to stand out and think differently. They have an independent spirit and don't let anyone else influence their decisions. The mysterious nature of Sigmas is what attracts people to them. Women especially find them to be quite fascinating. They are drawn to their unique personality because it represents something different. So if you feel like you're a bit strange and people find your behavior to be offbeat, don't worry because these are just signs of being a genius Sigma. Thinking outside the box and seeing the world differently is perfectly normal. 4. You spend a lot of time deep in thought. A Sigma male's greatest asset is his mind. Sigma males exist in a whole different world of their own making. They can perceive things far better than everyone in the room because they are always thinking. If you have ever been around a Sigma long enough, you will notice that he is always silent and pays more attention than anyone else. Sigma males are not silent because they're too shy or afraid to talk. They are silent because they're absorbing everything around them into their minds. If you raise a question about what is going on in the room, the Sigma male will probably give you the most comprehensive answer. Sigma males can think for prolonged periods. This gives them an edge over other people. They are also smarter because they have trained their minds to function better. 5. You can become completely absorbed in a task. Sigma males are known for their ability to focus on one task intently. Once they find something that piques their interest, they become completely absorbed in it and will work hard until the task is completed. They have an incredible attention span when it comes to something that interests them, and they often forego sleep or breaks just to finish what they are working on. This is why Sigmas are often seen as workaholics, because they can put their minds to tasks and have the discipline to complete them. This ability to focus on a goal or task is a major factor in their success. They are able to push themselves further than most people and come out with impressive results. In other words, Sigmas have the power to turn their dreams into reality much easier than other people. Even though alpha males are extreme when it comes to handling tasks, they are not willing to exceed certain boundaries like Sigmas would. Alpha males may be the leaders of the pack, but when it comes to the real grind and hard work, no one can compete with Sigma males. 6. You maintain an open-minded perspective. Sigma males are always open to new ideas and concepts. They don't shy away from exploring different cultures, beliefs, or ways of thinking. They often have an unconventional way of looking at the world and are not afraid to discuss any topic, no matter how controversial. This helps them make sense of things in a way other people don't often understand. They are willing to consider ideas that are different from their own. A genuine Sigma man knows that everyone has a right to think for themselves. Not everybody shares the same point of view. Even though he has his own views, it doesn't mean the other person is wrong. Sigma males are not so shallow that they would not allow others to share their ideas. They understand that for true growth, multiple opinions must come together. Sigma is willing to accept other people's thinking if it will bring progress. He is not afraid of being proved wrong or that he may lose his position if other people stop listening to him. Unlike alpha males who try to prevent other people from sharing their opinions just because they are afraid of being proven wrong, Sigma men encourage healthy debates and discussions as long as it will benefit everyone. What matters most to them is their self-worth, not how others perceive them. 7. You like to challenge convention and think outside the box. A genius Sigma male is not afraid to question how things are done. If you are the kind of person that challenges social systems to learn the real truth behind them, then you are likely a Sigma man. Sigmas don't just accept things at face value. They like to dig deeper and explore the details. They are not bound by the traditional way of doing things and prefer to find new ways of achieving their goals. They often ask questions such as, "Why is it done this way?" Or, "Is there a better way of doing this?" They like to explore new possibilities and find novel solutions to existing problems. Sigmas are rarely satisfied with the status quo and always strive to push the boundaries of convention. Thinking outside the box is not always seen as a good thing, but to Sigma males, it is an essential part of their success. Being average is not an option for them. So they dare to challenge the norms, break rules, and explore new avenues. Before you see a Sigma following any rule, he truly understands it and feels things should be done that way. His ability to think differently sets him apart from the rest and helps him succeed in the long run. 8. You're comfortable with silence and being alone. Have you noticed how you don't need to be in the middle of a crowd to feel comfortable? If so, then you are displaying classic Sigma behavior. Sigma males are perfectly fine spending time alone and do not need people around them to stay entertained. They know there is strength in being silent and understand the importance of introspection. Being alone allows them to reflect on various aspects of their lives and make the necessary changes. Being a genius also means being comfortable with solitude. They don't mind if other people leave them alone, as they don't need constant attention or approval from others. This is when they can let their minds roam free and come up with new ideas. Sigma males are not called lone wolves for no reason. They are capable of existing in their own space while enjoying themselves. Many people will feel bored if they stay on their own, even for a short time. They always want to move around and socialize. But if you are the type that can remain silent for hours while being comfortable, then you might be a Sigma. While it is important to spend time with others, Sigma men know how to balance their social life with alone time. They enjoy being by themselves and taking a break from the hustle and bustle of life. This doesn't mean they are antisocial. They just understand the importance of having me time. 9. You can't stand mediocrity and complacency. Sigma males are not a fan of mediocrity. They detest it so much that they never allow themselves to settle for average. A Sigma always pushes himself to the extreme. He always tries to improve himself and is never comfortable with being average. Sometimes, you may feel as if something is chasing you or trying to harm you. But in reality, it is just your genius Sigma instinct telling you to work harder. Genius Sigmas are wired in such a way that they are always trying to outperform themselves. While other men are busy competing with themselves to see who is better, the competition for Sigma is himself. Sigma men are always on the lookout, especially when they sense danger coming. They take every sign as a warning and always prepare themselves. They also hate it when people around them act mediocre. They distance themselves from such people so they don't begin to act that way. 10. You don't fit in a box. Being a genius is not something that fits in a box. Sigmas are not restricted by societal norms or expectations. They live by their own rules. They think differently and make decisions that are based on their own personal values. They don't cater to everyone's needs and expectations and don't conform to what is popular or accepted. They have their own way of looking at the world and can be unpredictable at times. Being a Sigma man is not easy. It comes with its own set of challenges. But if you possess these traits, then you are one of the few individuals capable of making a difference in the world. You have what it takes to stand out among the rest and make your mark on society. So don't be afraid to embrace your genius and use it to your fullest advantage. You have the potential to do great things, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Start believing in yourself, and the rest will follow.